I experience Koimila reconciling when we remember that none of us has a solution that we can impose on other people, because that just pushes other people away. But when we have the courage to really listen and get into honest relationships with other human beings, we discover solutions that none of us could find on our own. And we learn that my well-being is tied up with your well-being. I can't find peace until you find peace, until we find peace together.
I experience Corrymeela reconciling individuals, groups, communities who would find it very difficult to have peace together or to find ways forward together. They might experience conflict around social, political, religious, or cultural lines. And through human encounter and dialogue and active listening and brave speaking and sharing meals and doing activities together, they find reconciliation.
I love being part of the Corrymeela community because I get to connect with, learn from, and work alongside people who believe in the transformative power of relationships, who seek to bridge divisions in ways that help us tap into our shared humanity, and who are willing to face into difficult conversations to bring about new possibilities for lives that can be lived well together.
I've been a Corrymeela member for over 50 years now, and it's really shaped my life over that time. During the Northern Ireland Troubles, it gave me a sense of perspective and grounding and maybe a sense of hope despite all the terrible things that were going on. Professionally, as someone working in education, as a teacher, and later as someone training new teachers, it's helped me to try to share some of those perspectives that I've learned from Corrymeela and to help future teachers to understand the importance of living and working for peace, understanding human diversity, and the importance of good relations between people and religions and communities. So Corrymeela has been a very significant influence in my life.
I love Croí for all sorts of reasons, but one of the reasons is because I meet so many people there who are so different to me, and they've made my life so different. They've come from all over the world, they've come from different parts, even of the city that I live in, and every time I have something to learn. And that has taught me that actually meeting people is a great way to see the world, and Croí has been very important for that.
One of my favourite memories of Corrymeela was about 40 years ago when I took a group of schoolgirls that I was teaching, and they hated school and they really didn't want to go there, but they loved coming up to Corrymeela and staying in what were then the old chalets. And at first they were absolutely terrified at night because they'd never been anywhere without streetlights and it was so dark. And one day a little mouse ran across the floor and I jumped onto a table and screamed, and the girls just got a broom and got rid of it. But they were wonderful. They just loved the place. They loved meeting so many different people. They were from the Shankill, which was a very Protestant area, and they met all sorts of people.
Corrymeela to me is I guess, a Christian community where the Christianity is implied, not imposed. It's a place where we come together to meet people from very different backgrounds, but all are welcome. And we come together to learn how similar we actually are, how much we share in common. So we come to talk, to laugh, to share and to learn from each other.
I think one of my many memories of Corrymeela, because I've been involved a long time, is many years ago when lots of students were very keen to get involved, and they would come on a Wednesday afternoon when they maybe didn't have college or lectures, and they would gather two or three together and go into one of the inner city areas which was affected by the Troubles, and they would go there and play with the children who were off school, or help them with homework, or organize trips away from the area. And quite often they worked with a policeman, which was a brave thing to do, as police tended not to be accepted in that area. But he was one of these charismatic people who decided he would just take 30 of the children and go up a mountain with them, and we would go as helpers. And the children were out in nature and loved it. And I think it was wonderful that people, if they had an idea, Corrymeela allowed them to try it out and to just get on with it. And I hope, knowing where you are working and living, that maybe you have a good idea and can get friends together and sympathetic adults who help you to just do it.